Tune into the Green and Growing program on Eagle Community Television with Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Agent. Holly will identify common lawn and garden issues and provide up-to-date information weekdays at noon and 9 p.m. on Channel 14. Green and Growing. Brought to you by Eagle Community Television and Riedel's Garden Center, a full-service garden center west of Hayes on Highway 40 next to the Bickle Schmidt Sports Complex.
Tomatoes are one of the most common garden plants that people plant in their gardens, and they do really well in our area. Unfortunately, so far this summer or this spring we've had some good rains to help us out, but there are a few problems to look for as your tomato plants grow, and one of those are early blight and septoria leaf spot. These are two very common fungal diseases that can attack tomato plants, and usually they will start down at the base of the plant and work their way up. Now fortunately around me these plants all look really good, but I did find a couple of leaves that have a little bit of spots to them. And that's what you want to look for, is nice little brown concentric rings or blotches on those lower leaves. And like I said, it can work its way up the plant. So it really needs to be treated early in the season if you can catch it on time. Now there are a number of things that you can use to treat these diseases, and one of those is a fungicide called chlorothalonil, commonly found in a product called Daconil, although it's in many other trade names on the market. And this is something that you'd actually spray on the plant and then keep an eye on it, because you'll have to reapply every 10 to 14 days if the weather continues to be humid and have lots of rain in the forecast. There are things that you can do to help prevent these things from becoming a problem in the first place. One of those is to simply have cages around your plants or have them staked up somehow to allow that air to move through the plant. If the plants are allowed to sprawl on the ground, then they're more prone to some of these types of problems. The other thing that you can do is to put down some nice mulch. We have straw mulch around our plants here at the Ag Research Center, and this serves as a good moisture, I guess I should say, helps to keep that moisture in. Don't let it evaporate as quickly, but the better thing with this disease control is that when it does rain, those little rain droplets won't be splashing soil up onto those bottom leaves, which is where that fungus resides and how that gets started. And so it will kind of help to stop that splashing. The other thing that you would want to make sure to do is to water on the ground. You don't want to get the foliage wet if you can avoid it. So especially when you're watering in the evenings, try to avoid getting that foliage wet. Using a drip irrigation system like we have here, or soaker hoses, or just letting a garden hose trickle real slowly is the best way to get that moisture down to the root system where it really needs to be and not on the leaves. Like I said, these are two very common diseases, and sometimes you can do everything I described and do everything right and still have issues with them. And if that's the case, you can go ahead and treat for them with that chlorothalonil product like I mentioned. If you have more questions about tomatoes or problems with your tomato plants, contact your local extension office for more information. Reporting for K-State Research and Extension, Eagle TV, I'm Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Extension Agent.
Tune into the Green and Growing program on Eagle Community Television with Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Agent. Holly will identify common lawn and garden issues and provide up-to-date information weekdays at noon and 9 p.m. on Channel 14. Green and Growing. Brought to you by Eagle Community Television and Riedel's Garden Center, a full-service garden center west of Hayes on Highway 40 next to the Bickle Schmidt Sports Complex.